Here are my top 10 tips on how to avoid all progress on the guitar. This is going to make you literally dozens of dollars playing at your shittiest local bar for just beer, tips, and exposure. So in the next 10 years, if you follow this advice, you're not going to progress much, but you will get much more jaded and much more burnt out as time goes on. All I ask in return is just that you pass this information on to the next generation of hopeful musicians who haven't had their dreams crushed yet. By the way, hypothetically, if there are some nerds watching this who actually want to improve, you could do the opposite of everything that I'm going to say, and it would probably work out pretty well for that as well. I just thought I'd mention that because you never really know what kind of freaks the algorithm's going to serve you to. So with that aside, let's get into it. Let's get into the first completely unhinged tip. This is going to maximize your inefficiency and make sure that you hit all of your goals of never hitting any of your goals. So practice a lot. And by that, I mean a lot of different things in the same practice session. If you got 20 minutes, practice 20 things. And you know what? The best thing about this tip is you don't even have to practice 20 things. You can practice 2 things in 20 minutes, and you're going to cut your progress in less than half. And the more things that you add to that, the better it is, because you're really going to ensure that you're not able to internalize any of it and you're not able to really understand any of it on a deep level, which is what we want to do to maintain our position as a mediocre guitarist who never progresses. Number 2 is to ignore the advice that you hear repeatedly from more experienced players. So that's why you should follow this advice, because nobody else is giving it. Where those dweebs who are telling you to practice things in 12 keys and learn your triads, they're all just industry plants, right? They're all working for big guitar string, trying to get you to wear through your guitar strings faster because you're practicing more, because you're getting better and you're getting gigs. And you know, they're just bleeding you dry about $9 at a time because you're changing strings once a month. They've got you by the Ernie balls. Snap out of it. Number 3 is to only ever practice things you're already good at, because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to end up systematically identifying and improving your weaknesses, which is going to completely derail your lack of progress. Tip number 4 is to rely exclusively on shapes and patterns to get around the fretboard. If you learn all of the notes individually on the neck, it's not going to help you get laid, but it might help you get a gig, and we want to avoid that at all costs. Tip number 5 is super important, so I'm going to say this slowly. Remember, you're in this alone. If you have any musician friends, block their number, delete them, never speak to them again. Certainly don't jam with them, especially if they're better than you. Don't go out to any shows. You really want to isolate yourself musically. You'll be just like the Shags. You'll be glad you did. All right, now number 6, I think, is going to be a big relief for a lot of you. You can still learn theory. It's okay. Relax. Enjoy your Rick Beato lectures. You're not going to automatically just improve unless you do something crazy like connecting it to your instrument and actually exploring those concepts. Definitely don't do that, but as long as you keep it completely abstract, completely intellectual, you can do all the mental masturbation you want, and you don't have to worry about meaningful progress. Number 7, just vibe. Just vibe, my guy. Just all the time, just vibe. And it'll be cool. Other players might need a balanced approach of trusting their intuition and having order and structure and studying in a more diligent way, but you can just vibe. It'll be fun. Trust me. Because you're more of an ear player anyways, right? So, which leads us to point 8. Never train your ears, because that's going to lead you to start playing the things that you hear and hearing the things that you play, which is no good if you want to be no good. Number 9 is to make sure you never learn your triads, okay? Like, you already know bar chords, and now you want to, what, invert them? It's obnoxious. Like, what are you trying to prove? Come on. You don't need to know that shit. Cut it out. All right, that brings us to number 10, last tip of the day. And this one's important, okay? Look at me. Do not click that link in the description. Because if you do, you're going to end up in my school community, and it has all these things that I've been telling you to avoid. So just because it's free to join doesn't mean that it won't completely derail everything that we've worked so hard not to achieve today. So it's there. Choice is yours. My recommendation would be to plug in that metal zone and start fucking around and drop D, but you're an adult. Choice is yours.